long time ago.
I went and I saw Sally Harris.
Oh, my
We
God.
were at a funeral. But,
Wow. That's usually where you see everybody, yeah.
yeah, so we were at a funeral.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's, God, crying out of fire on it. Are you, will you turn this on for me? Yes, I will.
You can put the agenda up there. Or I gotta get my phone.
Hey, Chief.
The agenda here.
How come member C is only 140,000? Huh?
We just got this, we get the next installment.
Oh,
It's 200.
this, you transferred over to the general fund? Okay.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Just tell me when you're ready. Ready? Okay, the board has adjourned from closed session regarding items 2.1 and 2.2. On these two items, there are no reportable actions. However, on behalf of the board, they have authorized me to make this statement. At our April board meeting, Ms. Leslie Pombo made several complaints and provided several written documents during public comment regarding alleged conduct of the district's fire chief, Gene Neely. The board takes these types of allegations very seriously. In accordance with section 0.10, that's a policy of this district, of the district's fire chief's firefighter Bill of Rights, the matter was turned over to me as the board chair to review, as it identifies in this particular policy. The district then retained an independent finder of fact to look into the complaint and interview witnesses and make recommendations back to me regarding the allegations, so I, as board chair, could determine what, if any, discipline above a memo of discussion should be considering. I will let you know that the group that I'm talking about is the Municipal Resource Group, LLC. They're out of Wilton, California. The main person was Fred Del Torquio, whose California State Bar number is 144451, assisted by Mary Egan, who is a California BSIS private investigator with a license of 24104. So as you can see, the board contracted with a third party, complete independent. The finder of fact has determined that of the 5 individual complaints made, and as you may, if you know, or you were here at the time, there was 4 original ones, and then during the fact-finding, there was another complaint that was brought forward, so there was a total of 5. The finder of fact has determined that of the 5 individual complaints, that the chief was exonerated on 1, that another complaint was unfounded, and that the remaining 3 were not sustained by the evidence presented. Based on the finder of facts recommendations, in accordance with section 0.10 of the district's fire chief's firefighter Bill of Rights, it was my conclusion that no discipline against the chief is warranted. In the interest of transparency, because this district wants to be transparent, since this matter was made public at the board's April meeting, the board, with Chief Neely's consent, have authorized the release of the finder of facts executive summary report. Those reports are available. They have become a public document. Debbie Smith, who is one of the district staff, has them. If anybody's interested, you can ask for one. Now, at this point, the board considers this matter closed and hopes that all involved will put this episode behind them and work towards a better relationship. And so with that, we will go to the next item, which is actually roll call.
Chairman Gloriana Rhodes,
Here.
Vice Chair Robert Gleason,
Present.
Director Ty Payton is absent, Director Manuel Maderos,
Yes.
Director Benny Gatto.
Here.
Thank you.
We will then go into Pledge of Allegiance, if we can stand. Please join me. We pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are there any declarations of conflicts of interest at this time, starting on my right?
None.
Gatto, Gleason,
None.
Maderos? None here as well. So with none identified, we will go into presentations, which I believe there are none. Then we will, are there? No. Then we go into public comments. Persons who wish to speak to the board regarding an item that is not on tonight's agenda or wish to ask the board to pull an item from the consent calendar may do so at this time. Please submit the public comment form to the board secretary prior to the commencement of the board meeting. When called upon, please come to the podium, state your name and address, and limit your remarks to 5 minutes. Please be aware the California Government Code prohibits the board from taking any immediate action on an item which does not appear on the agenda unless the item meets stringent statutory requirements. However, your concern can be referred to the staff for review and reported back to the board at a later date. Comments on agenda items, including items pulled from the consent calendar, will be allowed at this time or when they are being considered by the board. Are there any public comments at this time? With none, all I have is I have a response. At our last meeting, let me find the, okay, at our last meeting, we received a complaint from Christine Contreras, 662 Lawrence Court, Tracy, submitted a letter to the fire board. Christine Contreras also read the letter to the fire board in regards to the process of the safety plan from STEAM Academy. Chairman Rose thanked Christine Contreras and will take the letter under advisement. The letter, because it was a matter of actually breaking down the codes and the laws and all of those things, we responded immediately. So the board members should have received a letter. This has been forwarded to, so this item has already been taken care of. But because it was also done in a public forum, I wanted to let everybody know that the district has responded, and to this date, it seems that this response was satisfactory. Thank you. If any of, sorry, what? Yeah, it's too much, huh?
Put it up here like this.
All right.
No, she just woke up.
So no, actually, I worked all day, so I'm not used to working anymore. So with that, we will go into the consent items. So if the manager can give us a list of the consent.
Thank you. Consent calendar item 8.1, May 12, 2016, special board meeting minutes. Item 8.2, May 19th, 2016, regular board meeting minutes. Item 8.3, monthly register of warrants. Item 8.4, receive and file May 2016 incident and training report. Item 8.5, receive and file monthly year-to-date budget report. Item 8.6, fee waiver request for special events permit, Relay for Life at Valverde Park on August 20th, 2016.
Are there any items to be pulled at this time from either board or audience? If there are no, did you want to pull one?
I like to put a 8.5.
You want to pull 8.5?
Excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah, 8.5. I just want to make a comment to all of you, for you guys to pay attention to that.
Madam
See,
Chair, I don't want to pull one, but I discussed earlier with Becky about,
What do you say?
Okay, hold on.
I want
You
8.5.
you can make a motion, if all you want, if you want to ask a question, you can ask a question even if you don't pull the item.
Okay.
If you want to make a comment, I need a motion and a second, and then I'll hold the vote so that you can make your comment.
Sounds good.
Is that, okay. So is there a motion for 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, 8.4, 8.6?
So moved.
Okay, so I have a motion by Gleason. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, I have a second by Maderos. Okay, you have a comment?
Okay.
Make it quick.
Me or who? What?
No, he
Okay.
pulled an item, he pulled it.
So, we just talked about how we print off all the registered warrants again, when there's only like, I think there was like 6 corrections. And if we just do the corrections, that would save like paper. Like we just talked about paper, and then we print them both on both sides, then we save on paper again. Just- I know it's pennies, but over a period of time. You know,
Well,
it's a big difference.
we can actually, let's go ahead and take the vote, because that's, and then we can talk a little bit about that. So let's go ahead and do roll call.
What are we roll calling on?
We are on items 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, 8.4, 8.6.
Okay,
We pulled 8.5.
yeah, okay,
Director Gatto,
yes.
Director Maderos,
Yes.
Vice Chair Gleason,
Yes.
and Chair Rhodes.
Yes. What I was going to say about that is, when the time comes for the item of referrals, I'm going to actually refer that we bring back the strategic operational objective plan. So if there are any policies that the board wants to look at and change, or if there's any changes, because this is something that really needs to be discussed by all board members if we're going to make a change to the format of what we have. So I'll bring it again, but just so that I could answer his comment. Point well taken. So with that, we'll go to 8.5, which is receive and file monthly year-to-date budget report, pulled by Director Maderos.
Okay, I just want to point out to all of you that we budget $275,000 for overtime. And we spent that already. It's $288,413. We spend more than we budget, and we still have 1 month to go.
Okay, so did you want,
You see, the reason is, I want to, because I pay attention to numbers, maybe you don't.
I do.
But you, what I'm saying to you over here is, we budget overtime, $275,000, and up to, like, even last month, we spent $33,699 on overtime. And that's,
You're right.
that is something that maybe people, firemen, and all of us, have to understand, we are spending more than we have. And that's my question to all of you. It's a warning. It's just a warning. It's a question, just a warning.
It's a warning, yeah.
And
it's
it's a warning
the-
because, you know what, I do expect sometimes some of you to bring those things up.
Yeah. Well, and it's the perfect time, because as we move along, we will be going into budgets and everything else at one point. So as we move along in this month, you're going to
Yeah.
have plenty of opportunity to talk about
No,
the
it's all right,
budget.
I understand. I understand that. But one thing is that I want to make you guys aware that we are, if you don't pay attention to details, we might end up in a big mess.
Very good. Thank you. Point well taken. Did you want to make a motion on it now?
Shall I make a motion to approve it or to disapprove it? I'll make a motion, we approve 8.5.
I have a motion by Madero. Is there a second?
So moved.
Second by Gleason. Go ahead and do roll call, please.
Director Gatto,
Yes.
Director Maderos,
Yes.
Vice Chair Gleason,
Yes.
and Chair Rhodes.
Yes. So with that, we will go into the public hearing. There are actually 3 public hearings. The first one is approve and adopt resolution 2016-08, which is the 2016-2017 fiscal year provisional GAN limit, Proposition 4 government spending limit. Did you want me to open the public session before you do the staff report, or?
Usually get.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
So this year, let me pull the item here, we did do a PowerPoint for it. So every year, we are giving what they call a GAN limit so for every year, we are given a GAN limit that we are utilized, that we cannot exceed that spending limit. And it has to be adopted every year during the preliminary budget approval. So that GAN limit this year is $15,527,661 and some change. So that's where we're at with it. We just have to adopt that we're not going to exceed that, and we're well below that. So it's just an approval of the GAN limit.
Okay, so I will open the public hearing, and for those interested in speaking, I will first call those in favor, then I will call those in opposition, and then I will ask if anybody has anything to add. Please limit your comments to 5 minutes. Oh. Open the public hearing. Is there anybody in favor of this proposition? A resolution, I mean. Anybody in opposition to this resolution? Anybody just want to speak on the resolution? If there is nobody, then I close the public hearing. I bring it back to the board. Is there any comments from the board at this time? Questions from the board? If not, we can move into a vote.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Go ahead.
Madam Chair, one question.
Go ahead.
On the resolution, Chief, it doesn't state the actual GAN limit. Is that?
Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
yeah, it's there.
Stays the same.
I got it.
Yeah.
Stays the same,
Sorry
Ben.
about this.
It's okay.
It's just the print got smaller.
Yeah. Okay.
Absent-minded.
Okay, so is there a motion?
So moved.
No, actually, I'm sorry, Manuel had made a motion. You want to second it?
Let them have it.
Oh,
Oh, that's all right.
motion by Maderos, second by Gatto. Please do roll call.
Director Gatto,
Yes.
Director Maderos,
Yes.
Vice Chair Gleason,
Yes.
Chair Rhodes.
Yes, so with that resolution to establish a provisional government spending limit for fiscal year 2016-2017 has been approved. We'll go to the next item, which is also a public, yeah, I did. It's just, this, they want me to bang on wood, I'm scared I'm gonna break the table. The next one is approve and adopt resolution 2016-09, 2016-2017 fiscal year tax rates. Staff report?
so these tax rates are what we utilize for our override. And this year, as within the last few years, we have reached the limit on those, and that we're at the maximum that we can authorize collection of. So it stays the same. We just need a approval for the resolution to send to the county.
Okay, so with that,
So moved that we,
wait, I have to open the public
Public
hearing.
hearing.
So with that, I open the public hearing. Anyone in favor? Anyone against? Anybody just want to say something on it? If not, I will close the public hearing, bring it back to the board. Any questions or comments from the board?
motion.
If-
No, everything stays the same, so that's all right.
Yeah, it's same year.
Motion, we approve resolution 2016-09.
I have a motion. Is there a second?
Yeah, I'll second.
Motion by Gleason, second by Maderos. Go ahead and do roll call.
Director Gatto,
Yes.
Director Maderos,
Yes.
Vice Chair Gleason,
Yes.
and Chair Rhodes.
Yes. So with that, Resolution 2016-09, a resolution to set tax rates for fiscal year 2016-2017 is approved. We'll go to the third and last public hearing. Approve and adopt Resolution 2016-10, 2016-2017, fiscal year provisional budget.
So I presented the board this month the official preliminary budget, which is the exact model of the budget model that we went over at last meeting, and nothing has changed. I do want to add one note that the overtime that we are exceeding was increased in this year's budget to 300,000, and we're hoping that we can stay under that. So we're working hard to keep that under, but we've had some sick leave issues and stuff that we're working through, so we're getting that taken care of, sir.
Okay, so with that, I will open the public hearing. Anyone in favor? Anyone in opposition? Anyone just wanting to speak on this item? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing, and I will bring it back to vote. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Madero's made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Gatto. Go ahead and do a roll call.
Director Gatto?
Yes.
Director Maderos?
Yes.
Vice Chair Gleason?
Yes.
Chair Rhodes?
Yes. So with that, the resolution 2016-10, 2016-2017 fiscal year provisional budget is approved. At this time, we will go into the scheduled items. So we have 10.1, which is approve and adopt fiscal year 2016-2017 capital outlay plan, which is a CIP.
The capital outlay plan has no changes to it except for what was brought to the board for the Cradle Points and the tower that was added mid-year. But this year, we don't expect any additional projects at this time, and so it's presented as is to the council, and, to the board. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer.
So for the audience, the board periodically sees the CIP. So I don't know if there's anybody in the audience who would like to speak on this item. If not, I'll bring it back to the board. Any questions, any comments? I entertain a motion.
I motion that we approve and adopt fiscal year 2016-2017 capital outlay plan.
Second for anybody?
I'll second.
So I have a motion by Gleason, second by Maderos. Go ahead and do roll call.
Director-
We're on a roll, so might as well do roll call.
Director Gatto?
Yes.
Director Maderos?
Yeah. Yes.
Vice Chair Gleason?
Yes.
Chair Rhodes?
Yes. So with that, the fiscal year 2016-2017 capital outlay plan has been approved. So we go to informational items. Chief report.
Okay, for my chief's report, I have a couple items. For the board, Madam Chair. I do want to bring up that the CSDA Special District Leadership Academy is July 10th and 13th.
Yeah.
So we did sign up one board member for that. I don't think the other ones can make it, so it'll be available for next year.
I thought you were going.
If you're, but we will bring back the information to you. The other one thing I want to bring up is that we have been approached by South County Fire Authority to look at potentially joining the JPA along with Tracy Rule and Tracy. At this time, I'm looking for direction from the board to look at a feasibility plan, if that's going to be able to be an option for us. I think it's a great option if it is, but I didn't want to do anything without the board knowing in talks with the other fire chief from Tracy in relations to joining the board. And I know that their council and board have been advised of this conversation I'm having with you today. So I'm just looking for direction from my board to continue, or not continue, but to move forward with a feasibility plan to see if that's an option.
Okay, starting on my right. Director Gatto?
I think it's a good idea. Let's move on it.
Director Gleason?
Yeah, we've discussed this for years in regards to duplicating of services, best utilizing resources, the best way to spend taxpayer dollars to provide that services. Yes, I would support the feasibility study on that.
Director Maderos?
I believe you should go for it, but at the same time, I'd like you guys to do something. When you meet the next time with them, we need to know the blueprints, how many chiefs you can have, we need to, then meet with them. The 5 of us, meet with whatever they are. And I think we need to do that before you get yourself burned. I'm just warning you.
I agree. We'll have some sort of plan of the hierarchy, a schematic of a flow chart of how the chiefs are going to fit in, personnel, and how it's all going to work. Most importantly, we just have to make sure that it's feasible to do financially.
Yeah, because financially is very important, but at the same time, who's going to be on charge? Because you see, because they might have an idea, they want to be on charge. Maybe we have an idea, we want to be on charge. It's something that we need to sit down, we need to talk, need to tight the bolts here and there, and that's all. But other than that, I'll go for it, but keep us informed. If necessary, if you think it'd be necessary, we have to call a special board meeting, and then we will try to do that.
Understood.
I've always been open to anything that would strengthen this district, and actually at times just make it viable where it can survive. Also that it will be fair to all parties, most of all the firefighters. However, I've got a ton of questions, but this is just moving forward with a feasibility study. I don't want anybody to believe at this time that we're moving forward with doing any kind of merger or anything of the sort. We are looking at other areas, which is something that the board has always wanted to do, in terms of making sure that this district survives eternity and that our firefighters get a fair share. So, yeah, I think that moving forward to see what this looks like is a really good idea.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have for my chief's report.
Okay.
I do have
Go ahead.
a couple items. In presentations.
I know we had
missed-
some presentations,
I
yeah.
did miss them. So if it's okay, I could do them now during the chief's report.
Absolutely.
Because they're here now.
Well, you didn't miss it. They weren't here when we did presentations.
So I'm going to have Chief Madowski do the presentations.
All right.
This is kind of his baby, so.
Thank you. So we've got, first of all, the annual station inspections that we do every year, and it really helps us out with what our needs are as an organization and replacement of equipment. And so throughout those inspections, our crews work extremely hard at polishing, hours of polishing fire equipment, maintenance of their firehouses, the stations, and the equipment that are entrusted to them. So we've got, first of all, the apparatus award goes to station. It's going to go. It's going to go back to station or engine 33 screw. So engine 33 screw. Yes.
Wow.
Again, their names are actually etched in a plaque. It's a perpetual plaque that hangs on their wall. That kind of a sense of honor. So I just want to say thank you, Firefighter Engineer Warren Gray. Thank you for all you guys' hard work. Captain Kovacs, thank you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys can say something if you want to, but we're not forcing you. You can say something if you want to, but we're not forcing you.
Give some advice to the other crews.
No, I appreciate it, Chief. Just going over some of the names on here. I think everybody puts in their work when doing these inspections. And like she said, hours go into detailing, and if anybody's cleaned back plate, they know it's kind of a pain. So station maintenance, don't forget that one either. It's an ongoing thing. The cleaner we keep these stations and apparatus throughout the year, the easier it is to do at the time of the inspections. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this next award is I mean, we're just cranking out firsts here, but this is really kind of exciting. This fire station is probably one of the most difficult to maintain for this crew. It's a two-story fire station. They do an outstanding job. This is their first time winning this award. They set out a goal to do that, and they just did a phenomenal job. This is the crew of Station 34. So,
Wow.
34, yes. And again, their names are etched in the plaque. And we just want to say thank you for the countless hours that you guys put into that. Thank you guys very much.
Station 4, it is our newest station, but it's also by far our largest. So every little nook and cranny and spider or rodent that makes their way in there, we make sure we try to get them out.
All right.
You guys must have got tired of listening to Wallace gripe, huh?
Yeah, notice that too.
Yeah.
The towels are always full with the perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Good job.
So, and I would like to add that our crews, all our personnel take a lot of pride in the stations and in the engines, and that really showed during our first OES visit where they come and they inspect our apparatus. They like to come and see it, and they change out any cards or anything. And I think, and Chief Madowski can, well, maybe he can't, but the first 4 words out of the regional chief's mouth were, wow.
Wow.
Wow. And we got not an old rig, but we got a used apparatus, and the men really took good care of it, cleaned it up, and it really looks exceptional. So that was, he sent us an email even after to tell us how well it looks. So that just goes to show you the pride that's taken with some of our equipment and our personnel. So I really thank them for their hard work.
Wonderful. Thank you. So with that, we will go to board comments and referrals, and I'm going to start this one off real quick. My referral is, I would like to see us come back to the strategic operational objective plan, and during that period, get some comments from the board to see some of the projects. I think that there is an interest for some other projects, like maybe look at some policies or something else, so that way we can do that. So that's my comment and referral. So with that, I'll go to my left, Director Maderos.
See, the fireman on the left, I was gonna ask him to find my pickup out there and polish him up, because he's the best looking thing out there on the lot, but then they left, so therefore I cannot do that to them no more. But anyway, no, I have no comments,
Yeah, the Call of Duty called. Director Gleason?
A couple of things. Yesterday, the state of Colorado, the governor signed a paramedicine bill. However, reports across the nation show that these services are not cash cows for fire departments. I brought it up last month, well, I've been following it. Tonight, Lodi and Stockton Fire conducted their academy graduation, so congratulations to all those first-timers. In the budget report on page 6, the map, I'm looking at the map, doesn't Centerpoint kind of touch French Camp? It kind of sticks up from Manteca and hits French Camp?
No,
No?
no,
Good,
it's
so we
across the
still,
street.
so we still circle them?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure there's still the hole in our donut.
It's across, I guess it does touch it because it comes to the midline of the border right there at the end.
Yeah.
Right there with that small little square, yeah.
See, what he's trying to do is see if maybe you guys can swipe me out of there.
No, just looking at, because I see there's
Technically,
different
there's
maps.
about maybe 500 feet that touch French Camp.
Okay. And then, we're gonna have open houses? We talked a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think we scheduled them last year in July and August, but we haven't got dates on them yet.
Okay, that's all I have, thank you.
Thank you. Director Gatto?
I just have one comment. I'm glad that we got all of this stuff behind us, and hopefully everybody can pull together and move on.
Amen.
In the best interest of this district.
Amen. So with that, this meeting is adjourned. All right. No, my daughter sold her house. So she's got 30 days, so we can't leave. I babysit and Ronnie helps move, so it was one of those things that, she's getting a divorce, she sold her house, technically a new job, she's been there for 6 months, but, so it was like, I was gonna go till the last minute, and this week I told him I can't leave her, but she's a little depressed, so I don't wanna,
Well,
so.
it's bad.
Yeah.
I've been through it. It's the
I know,
worst thing in
so-
the world.
Yeah, I
Especially
just-
when it's not something that was planned.
Even Ronnie said, well,